This is Missy. This is a second session with Missy. You would see the first video, I think it should be the one before this if you go back on my YouTube. I'll even put a link in here for you. And the first session inside the premises. Missy's back here today for what I call a social session, learning social etiquette and exposure to dog. Missy is a rescue dog, has a history that we don't completely know, but she definitely has a reactivity problem. Whether it comes through lack of socializing, through a bad experience, we actually don't know. But we're trying to figure this dog out. Now, like I say to you guys, every dog's reactivity is different, how you approach dealing with it. I like to try and approach it with more verbal than correction, but I had one then, a reaction then that I've just missed on camera. And I tried to give verbal, try to do the nice approach. Couldn't get there with that, so I worked on it. I gave a correction and it subsided straight away. So this is a threshold we're at now. We're at, what's this, 5 meters? Bunch of dogs. Good dog. Let's work closer and see how close we get without reactivity. Good girl. Good girl. Good dog. Good dog, Missy. Good dog. Good girl. Good girl, Missy. Good girl. Like I said, I try. That's good. See this here? Lack of interest. Doesn't mean she's the little paws. That's different. And switch there, looking at dogs. That's a dog that's not completely comfortable. A bit of growling going through the lead. I'm just going to keep it this for a while. Through the fence. I can feel a grumble through the lead there. Problem is, a good girl. You got to be careful with your timing, and you got to be careful that your correcting doesn't set a dog off. So there's a fine line between when you should, when you shouldn't. Don't mind that one. That's just a little nervous puppy that's getting to know dogs. Good girl, Missy. Good tail. Good girl. No! Leave it! Leave it. Leave it. And then we take it back. No acting like that. Good girl. Good girl. I realise some people see this as usual and say, how could you do that? Well, teaching this, see these eyes, look at this. Teaching this dog with treats and nice voice, unfortunately, is probably not going to work. So we have to go down the correction route. Otherwise, this dog's never going to get near dogs. Do I try and avoid that? 100%. I don't want to be correcting any dog. But guys, let's be real. How do you suggest that we stop this? Work at a threshold forever and keep the dog away from dogs? That's not going to fix any problem. This dog's got a lot of living to do yet. Hey, leave it. Good girl. Now that was a verbal, which stopped the growling. Once your dog learns there's a consequence that outweighs the desire, her desire is to growl and be aggressive, and the consequence is a correction. And if it's firm enough to a degree, she'll respond to it. She was growling a second ago, I gave her leave it, she stopped, so she avoided any correction. You have to go through that process first. I know it's uncomfortable for some people to watch. I don't even like doing it, none of us do, but if you want to fix a dog and you want to get your dog around other dogs, sometimes, unfortunately, it is necessary. I get it that it doesn't look nice, but guys, anyone who's been around dogs and knows what they're talking about for real as a trainer, you understand sometimes this is a necessary approach. But it's not something we want to do. It is just something that has to happen sometimes. Good. Okay. So we can just keep her here for a while. Through a fence. If you can avoid reactivity through a fence, you're doing pretty well, because normally dogs are more reactive through a fence. They feel tougher. There's less threat to them. So these guys are being good. Leave it. See that there? She saw me setting up to give that correction. She stopped that growl. Might not have heard it, but there was a growl there, and she responded to even my little bit of movement, thinking she was going to get a correction, and I didn't have to give it to her. Good girl. Good girl, Missy. Good dog, Missy. Good girl. Yeah, that's the way. Be nice. What we're going to work on next is I'm actually going to muzzle Missy, take her inside and let a dog in there with her. Now that dog won't come near her because they understand body language and they're not going to try. But we're going to work on getting dogs closer to her. Under safety. Missy muzzled, on lead, so she can't get to a dog. She can't hurt any dog. But we need to get her socialised and work through this. Good girl, Missy. Leave it. Leave it. Good, leave it. Good, leave it, Missy. Good dog. You guys didn't hear that. There was a little grumbling going on there. Good, leave it, Missy. Very good. Good girl. Yeah, good girl. Good, leave it. Good, leave it. So what we're working on here is a leave it command. When she gets this in her head, that leave it is serious. We're not all talk. If you are all talk to your dog that's reactive like this, you are never going to fix this problem. You will at a threshold. Hey, leave it. No. What do? We come back. Good girl. Come on. And we're over it. We don't dwell on it. Leave it. Good dog. We don't dwell on it. There's no dwelling on it. Positive punishment was given and we move on. With a dog, it's within seconds and then you move on back to positive. Don't make a big deal of it and walk away 5 meters and talk about it to the dog. Just reprimand, back to the action. Let's go. Hey, puppies. Good dog, Missy. Good girl. Teach you guys a side note. When you're putting a muzzle on your dog, make sure if you're using these Baskerville muzzles that you put your collar through the bottom loop under here. Come in here. Like this. If you don't do that, that dog can still get that muzzle off. Do not avoid this because I've seen it go bad and dog can be bitten. So make sure you put the loop through the bottom, your collar through the bottom loop as well. Okay, Missy's set up on her muzzle now. Now we're going to start with dogs that are, well, all of them that read body language well, that are very non-threatening to Missy, and we're actually going to bring them in off lead. The reason is Missy's on a lead. They won't approach her if she gives the body language off that they don't like, and it will let them approach on their own terms. So you want to set this up for success. Provided Missy is muzzled and she's on a lead, no one's going to get hurt, no dogs are going to be traumatized, nothing like that. And we're just going to see how we go through this process. So I'll explain that a little bit more detail. The dog will come in on lead, but very quickly work towards dropping the lead and let that dog make its own choices. So we're going to start at a big threshold here. Nice big distance. We've got Teddy. Teddy. Yep. No. Hey, Missy, leave it. Leave it. Good dog. Leave it. Now, if you notice, I'm trying to avoid anything. No. Leave it. Leave it. Literally about to say, I'm trying to avoid physical. Teddy's not, leave it. Leave it, Missy. Teddy's not concerned. Leave it. He's doing a little side eye himself. He's almost baiting her. But if he's hanging around, I'm going to let him. No pressure on this lead. I don't want any tension in this whole thing. I want Teddy doing his own thing, Missy doing her own thing, and I want to get her walking around. You're cheeky. Leave it. Good girl, Missy. I want to let her up. Good girl, Missy. Good boy, Teddy. Good boy, Missy. A good girl, sorry. Missy, leave it. Good dog. No tension, no tension. This here, I can't stress this enough. Your dog will feel it. Let the dog meet. Okay, this is the only way we get, this is really good. Even though that first little one, please remember guys, this is all fear-based. Look at this. See the tail? That's a scared dog, not an aggressive dog. I know you think it's aggressive. Yes, it gives aggressive signs. Good girl, Missy. But that's a dog that wants to meet dogs but doesn't know how. Oh, that nearly makes me want to cry. Good girl, Missy. Good boy, Teddy. Yeah, Teddy. Good boy. Good boy, Teddy. Teddy, you've been so good letting Missy meet you.
I can see she's relaxed.
Tail. Good girl, Missy. I laid in bed last night thinking about how I'm going to approach this, and this is exactly how I wanted it. Okay, there's a little bit of tension here, but we have a dog that's actually meeting a dog. Good girl, Missy. Look at that tail. Good girl, Missy. So I'm not going to rush through the dogs today. Normally we sort of go pretty quick. I want to give it time. I want to see if these two can actually interact. Good girl, Missy. Good girl, Missy. So I'm almost trying to, because Missy is so like lead reactive, I'm trying to make it like I haven't got the lead. Does that make sense? Like, Because when you hold a dog back, I've said to you guys before, the dog, I really believe the dog feels braver. Good dogs. Good dogs. We've got more dogs through the fence here. Good dogs. Hey, puppies. I want to let Missy make good decisions. Leave it. Good girl, Missy. Tail. Good girl, Missy. Good dog. Nice high voices, guys. High voices. Good girl, Missy. Remember, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. I can say any word I want to say. I got to say it in the right inflection. Good girl, Missy. Let her know. This is good. Good girl. This is very good. Teddy's lost interest. Good girl, Missy. And even when I pull Missy away from the fence, don't do it with harsh aggression, because I really believe, leave it, good girl, that she's had some trauma with the lead. I know I gave corrections, but she needs to understand what it's for. I don't want to give a correction for nothing. I think there's some trauma there that sets her off. Let's go. Good girl. Good, leave it. Good. Okay. Let's go to another dog, Rosie.
Yep.
Okay. Again, no tension. Leave it. I want to try verbal. Leave it, Missy. Leave it, Missy. Leave it. Good girl. Let him smell. Good girl. Good girl, Missy. Good boy, Cyril. Cyril's a really nice dog. Good girl, Missy. Good girl, Missy. Yeah, that's good, Missy. Good girl. See this? Let your dog make good decisions. Try not to make them for them. Good girl, Missy. Good girl, leave it, leave it, leave it. Good girl. That is little proactive leave it's, guys. You can see the little pauses there. Good girl. Very good. These dogs make you better trainers. This is why I love these sort of sessions. Good girl, Missy. You met another dog now. Huh? You met another dog. Yeah. Guys, you have to go and watch the first session. I've learnt about this dog very quickly. And it's not in hindsight. I wouldn't have changed anything. I didn't know the dog. But after meeting the dog once, I took a different approach this time, a little bit different. And it's definitely worked. I sort of really analysed what I thought was setting off her reactivity. Because every dog's different. And I was pretty much correct. Good girl, Missy. Good boy, Cyril. This is what you want your dog meeting. Nice dogs that aren't threatening. You need to choose that for them. They can't choose it sometimes. Good girl, Missy. Good girl, Missy. Okay, let's go next dog. I know I said it, but this has made my day. And again, reminds me of why I do what I do. Seeing dogs go through this doesn't mean she's fixed, but this is a pretty massive step in this dog's life. So big. Next dog we're bringing in is our little Staffy. Little pocket rocket Staffy, Leo. Let's go. Okay, you see another dog? This is Leo. This is Leo. Leave it. But I let her go. Leave it. Good girl. Leave it. And the leave it doesn't mean stop what you're doing as in come to me. It means because she knows what did I tell you guys before? She learned the consequence for not listening to her leave it. I know it was firm. I get it. But now that you've seen what I've done before and now you see her with dogs, I'm hoping you would all agree that leave it and that correction has made a big change in this dog's life. If I didn't give that, Rosie, do you believe we'd be here right now?
No.
We wouldn't be. Rosie's correct. If I didn't give that leave it, there's no way we'd be in this position now. She's now learned how to get to the next level. She's got to listen to my leave it's. This dog's given a little cheeky side eyes and stuff, and she's doing good. She had a little sort of half lunge back there. It was nothing. Good girl, Missy. Good boy, Leo. Good dog. Leave it, Missy. Good dog. Remember, proactive, not reactive, guys. Proactive. Don't wait until your dog acts out of control. Let them know they're not allowed to act how they do. Good dogs. Good girl, Missy. Oh, look at that tail. Leave it. Good girl, Missy. Good dog. Wow, look at you. Good girl. As I tell you guys all the time, this is all based around small increments, approximations, successive approximation, working to your end goal. The end goal today is to get on the other side over there with all those dogs. I feel that when we do go in there, we might get some reactivity. So I might have to give another correction because there's going to be a lot of activity and dogs around her. Hope I don't, but if I do, I'll give one reminder what the leave it means, and then let's hope you work to her just being around the dogs. I probably won't drop the lead around all the dogs today because I wanted to keep her within distance of me so I can correct the situation. Can't be complacent. That being said, I'll go with the flow. We'll see how it works. We've got one more dog coming in, which is Togo, Siberian Husky, who's very boisterous, and we'll see if he sets her off, because he might, because he's a bit goofy and he doesn't really have much social etiquette himself. So we'll see how it goes. So this one might set her off a bit. We'll see. Tail's going first. Let's see how she goes with his body language though, because he is a bit, I feel we might get some reaction and I might have to get correction. We'll see.
Want me to hold?
Yeah, you hold it for now.
Sure.
Good girl, leave it. I hope I'm wrong. Good girl. I'm not even going to make them not have eye contact. I want to see if she can make good choices. I keep saying that term, but it is really important. Good girl, Missy.
Good girl.
Good girl, Missy. Good boy, Togo. Good boy. Oh, Togo's found the water. Togo loves the water. Don't drink that water. Good girl, Missy. Good girl, Missy. Good girl, good girl, good girl. She definitely freezes. She's not overly comfortable. I'm not surprised about that. This is a dog this is really good though. This is a dog that's got a lot to learn. But wow, she's passed with flying colours today. Way better than what we thought. What we get again? Disinterest. There's a real connection, I believe, with disinterest and a dog being okay with another dog. It's not foolproof, but it's a pretty good connection. Again, what am I doing? Letting her go with the lead. Trying to relieve, no lead tension. People have way too much lead tension, you guys. You're like holding your dog's back like this. The dog feels this shaking sort of thing and picks up on it. You've got to trust your handling skills. If you're quick enough, you can go from loose lead to a quick pop very fast. You've got to get your handling better. This is actually good because if you've got a dog that's peeing and marking, I want to see how Missy deals with that. Huh? Oh, good girl. Good boy, Togo. Good girl, Missy. Good girl. Good girl. Okay. Good girl. Good girl. Leave it. Good girl, Missy. Good girl. That's the way. Good dog. Yeah. And the same. Rosie's equally ready with the lead for Togo. Good girl. Leave it. Leave it. Good girl. Leave it. Good girl. Leave it. This is what I thought of Togo. See, he's a little bit bossy. Now, Missy gave a little grumble there. Do you think that was uncalled for? I don't. Because this guy was trying to put his head over her shoulders. So let's not confuse whether Missy's been bad or a normal dog. See this here? That's dominance. That behavior there is what we would correct in a dog normally, but we're going to let it go. Why? Because I want to see if Missy can learn how to deal with it and not overreact. Does that make sense, guys? Normally we would correct this. But I think Rosie's learnt now that I need to see Missy react with a dog who is a goofball. You know? That acts a bit... Now, that wasn't an overreaction. I didn't correct her then. We see that all the time, guys, with dogs. This guy, Togo, needs to learn how to act around dogs. You've got to separate your issues. See this guy? I didn't give any, she just went bark, bark, because he is being annoying. If we had a dog in there right now, Rosie, if he did that and a dog growled, well, we corrected the dog, we wouldn't.
No, God, no.
Because he's being rude. So guys, learn from that. Don't reprimand your dog for a behavior that I believe personally is acceptable. Why isn't she charging him now? Because he's not acting like that anymore. He got a little correction off her. Don't annoy me. Look at that. Amazing. I need to talk more about what just happened back there. That was such a massive teaching point for you guys. For any trainers, any people with dogs, whatever. So I'm fixing up a muzzle. That you don't jump on a dog at the wrong time. I didn't correct that. I can just say it again. I didn't because it's acceptable. Okay, they're running now. That's only running play. She's learning to socialise. They're in front of me here. I didn't correct it because this guy, Togo, is young and he has bad manners. I need to reiterate. I need to remind you. Don't confuse what you're training the dog for. Yes, she can't react. We're going to correct behaviour that's not accepted and irrational. But this Siberian Husky then, it's okay. You're not in camera. You're all good. It's facing me. Have a good day. this husky was rude to this dog then, and a dog's allowed to tell a dog off if they're rude. Don't get it twisted, guys. It's important because what will happen is you'll correct your dog for behavior that is normal dog behavior. Humans can communicate by English. We speak, we say what we don't like. Dogs do it with growls, grumbles, show their teeth, whatever they do. So it's really important teaching that. Please remember what you saw there. It'll teach you a lot and teach you how to understand and read your dog, what's acceptable and what's not. Hey Missy, guess what the next step is? We're going in here. Yeah? We're gonna do it. Now, am I expecting a little regression, which means a little backward step? Maybe. I might have to give a correction, but then I believe we can get to a point where she will get more relaxed. So let's do this. So what we're gonna do here is a little trickster. All these dogs think she's gonna come through here now. We're gonna trick them, we're gonna go up that way, try and get them out there and come into an open yard. Are you ready? They might not because they're all over there. Hey, let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on. Come on. That worked a treat. And we're in. Okay, we are now with 1, 2, 3, 4, about 8 dogs. Am I going to get regression? Now, I literally feel like having a cry. This is something, this made me quite emotional. This is something that I didn't think I'd see, but I was hoping to see. And their owners are going to probably lose it over seeing this. Are we going to have a little reaction? We might. That's a pretty bloody impressive start. Good girl, Missy. Good girl, Missy. What we're looking for is that tail to relax. Note what I'm doing again. Letting Missy make the choice.
Good girl.
Otherwise, you never know. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be like not sending your kids to school because you think they might be naughty, but they haven't been naughty yet. Yeah? You let them go to school. If they're naughty, you teach them how to not be. Now, she's seen a lot of different behavior here. So if we're going to get a reaction, it's going to be now. That's no big deal. Missy, leave it. Missy, leave it. Good girl. Gentle on the lead. There's a lot of dogs here for Missy to be around. A lot.
Hey.
Good girl, Missy. Good dog. Yeah, good girl, Missy. Good dog. I want her to be part of this. I want to see if she can, because there's a little crazy playing there, little Staffy's playing. She didn't charge. Good girl, Missy. Good dog. Let's go, let's go. Good girl. Good girl. Yes. Loose lead, loose lead, loose lead. Good girl. There's a lot of excitement in here right now, and she's been very contained. Good girl. If you guys aren't learning something from this, you're never going to learn anything, because there's a lot of education in this video. Good girl, Missy. Okay, what I will be filming is when the owners turn back up. I want to see their reactions when they see their dog with other dogs. That's going to be the reaction that we're waiting for. I said to you back in there, will I drop the lead, will I not? I wasn't sure. I feel Missy has earned the lead to be dropped. Certainly not muzzle off, but lead to be dropped because they're all around us. Good girl. I'm just watching her here. She's pretty good. She's not perfect. Hey, leave it, Missy. Leave it. She's not perfect, but she's pretty good. Good girl. And what we need to do now is with Missy, let her play. And what we do is we mark behavior. Leave it. Leave it. Hey, leave it. We mark behavior we don't like. So there's a shepherd here that's playing quite rough. And we were just talking there that we feel like it's pretty normal with reactive dogs that there is certain behavior in other dogs that set them off. And it's when they get a bit crazy. So she's not used to dealing with that yet. She will get used to it. But because everything else is good, but it's a pretty common, again, connection with reactive dogs. When they see a lot of activity and gets a bit crazy, they sort of lose themselves a little bit. And that's where we need to watch. Just watch the other dogs, correct them, correct her, mark behavior, teach them what is acceptable, what's not acceptable. And then we progress from there. And she's very close to letting me drop this lead down. Okay, Missy's Lead on, but dropped. I feel in time that Missy could be a dog that can come to daycare. If this is a first session with a bunch of dogs, you give her more time. Look at that tail, look at the tail. Missy, Missy, Missy. Huh?
No, it's a good girl.
Ew. It's a tail wag around dogs. What do we think she is, guys? Rosie and I think Rosie's saying husky, part husky. See that blue eye? Huh? She's big. Cattle dog, husky, cross, who knows?
Dalmatian, maybe?
Dalmatian.
Colouring.
Look at this girl. Missy, Missy, Missy. Hey, buddy. Oh, hey, Cyril. Oh, hey, buddy. Missy, leave. Hey. Don't pull the muzzle off.
Yeah.
Leave it. Cheeky little staffy. Grabbing the muzzle and pulling off. So these two didn't have a fight before at all, but they were sort of, Missy was uncomfortable with this guy's sort of boisterous behaviour. So leave it. What do we teach you guys all the time? Don't pull them apart and let them not meet. Bring them back together. Teach them, bring them back together. Teach them, bring them back together. Good girl, Missy. Come on in. This is your dog with other dogs. What do you think? Huh?
I don't even know what to say.
No, you're like, what the?
Look at all the different sizes of them.
Hey, hey.
Wow.
She just, all she has a problem with is when dogs get excited. She's like, don't get too excited. So that's what I'm working through now. I sort of expected it when you turned up, but I bet you didn't expect this.
No.
Huh?
No.
I drugged your dog. No, I didn't. No, we went through a process and I had a plan of attack. And my plan was, look, when you went, I gave her, she went aggressive at the fence. I gave her one correction. I'm pretty sure from memory, Rosie, that's the whole one she got the whole session. Maybe one more. Timed it really well. Not acceptable. We went from there. Hey, dude, chill. We went from there to here. We went 1 dog, 2 dogs, 3 dogs, 4 dogs into here. Now, what the thing I focused on is very loose lead. Tried to let her make as many good choices as she could like this. A couple of dogs tried to dominate. This guy did, put his head over top. You'll see it on the video when I post it. She had a reaction to him, which was totally acceptable because he was showing bad behavior. Head over top. She just went, rah, rah, told me to go away and stop. I didn't even have to correct her. What I said on the video is don't get confused with that behavior. That's normal dog behavior. Dogs shouldn't do that to each other. And they need telling off. He got a message, tailed wagging, she was fine. She's been in here for 30 minutes now of the session, walking around. She's funny with the little dog. I had to give her correction with a little dog. She was looking at it. We had a feeling it might happen and she had to go. Correction since then, nothing. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and got a lot out of it. I think there's a lot of information to learn from this video and hopefully can help you with your reactive dogs and teach you a process to go through to enable them to improve and become well-balanced, confident, social dogs that want to be friendly and have a good time in their life. Thanks for watching. Guys, don't forget, please hit that subscribe button if you enjoy what I do. And I'll keep bringing these videos, keep teaching you, helping you out with your dogs. Thanks. See ya.